Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to Fire Force Season 2, Episode 16. So, since the last time we reacted, I have since gone to Youmacon and re-met Corinne Sudberg, who is the voice actor for Natsuko in Fire Force. So I think it's really fun timing that she happens to come back to Youmacon around the time that I'm at that point in the series. Um, it just works out really funny in that regard because, as you know, I chose to do the dub with this series, and so if I had been watching the sub, I probably wouldn't have known this. But yeah, it's a fun little fact for you just to point out here. But yeah, we're in the kind of the midst of the Whiteclads attack, while we're also dealing with creepy doll lady and just all kinds of shit going on. We have to deal with the Reaper guy as well, so yeah, I guess it's a matter of like seeing how this is resolved one way or the other. I really still hope that Natsuko doesn't end up getting taken in by the Whiteclads. It's like, we already have one trauma baby brought into that group. We don't need another. Hell, there's probably even more than that. But I really want the Fire Force, I really want Company 8 here to get at least one big win. Like, I understand having them, like, face some losses and face some big problems here and there, but you want them to get at least one notable win here. And being able to save and protect Natsuko would be a massive one. So that's my big hope for today. I was kind of questioning if I was going to do this, though, because it's, I guess you could say, more of a serious show, even though it does have its goofy moments, just in general, than other stuff I've recorded today. Kid Cosmic, and then a movie for this weekend. And Kid Cosmic is getting pretty serious too, mind you, but it's still kind of a goofy show. I mean, just watch today's episode and you'll see quite some goofiness. But yeah, this is a lot more serious, and the topics it's touching on, especially with Natsuko, as you know, is like bothering me a bit. So I was kind of considering like not doing this today because I've been like kind of going through this ever so slight cold, I guess you could say. It's mostly just a slightly scratchy throat and a cough. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't really feel sick otherwise. I don't like feel like sick to my stomach, or like I'm going to just stay in bed all day or anything like that. No. Maybe a slight headache, but I get that at random points anyway, here and there. And I think part of that is due to the coughing. The coughing is just giving me a slight headache anyway, so. But I was thinking of not doing that and just continuing with some more fun stuff, but I feel like I probably should. That I should not put this off too much. I want to keep going on this one. Especially, again, after seeing Corinne again this past weekend. Because it's like, I got to talk to her briefly about Natsuko, and she says some stuff is coming up. Didn't go into details, but that could be good or bad. Yeah. Gonna be interesting to see what that means. I am worried. I am definitely worried. I am afraid. I will probably get really upset if anything happens to Natsuko. And I would rather not cry when I have this cough because I feel like my sinuses could plug up a little bit. And I hate when that happens because it's so scary, I guess is the best way to put it. Especially when I'm trying to go to sleep at night and my sinuses are plugged and I can't breathe. That's freaking terrifying. But we'll see. I have cough drops if I need them, so I can take one of these if I feel like I need it. I have a little bit of a drink left. I should hopefully be mostly good. It's not as bad as it was this morning, so I think I'm starting to help with it a little bit. I had some hot tea earlier. We'll see. We'll see. But either way, I definitely am still excited to get into more of this, so let's do so. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Yeah, that was good. Not a fan of what they're doing with Nataku, but, I mean, how would you expect me to be? Not going to be a fan of that. Do not like seeing him get tortured and mentally and emotionally manipulated like this. It's not okay. And I'm still not a fan of the Reaper, even though he's kind of working with us now, even though all he's really done so far is bitch about it. And yeah, we also have Puppet Girl kind of joining the fight because the White Clads are, you know, more pressing. So, this is pretty much just a fight, and Arthur being tricked into being useful. It was fun. It was as fun as it can be, again, with Nataku being victimized the entire episode. The zombie infernal thing was pretty neat. I think that's a pretty interesting idea. To create an infernal that can fuse with dead corpses to create a giant one. Though this infernal seems to be kind of active in a way, I guess. Like Nataku is inside and seems to be controlling it, but he doesn't seem to have like full control over it. Excuse me. And it's hard to say if he would get full control if his mind was in a better state, but yeah, right now it's just kind of like random aggressive laser attacks and a continuously growing amount of like radiation. We have a fan servicey moment in this, and I've talked about how this series goes between doing fan service that's actually well done and actually works for the narrative, and then there's fan service that's just for the sake of fan service and it feels out of place and just wrong. Not to mention with like some characters like Tamaki, it completely destroys all character and depth and just everything that they are. In this, we see Haumea, for some reason, because I guess she's crazy, attacks Arrow, burning off parts of her clothing with her electricity and then holding her seductively. It's very clear that this has absolutely no relevance to what's going on and the plot and all. It's fan service for the sake of fan service. And it's not as bad as some of the fan service in this series, again, especially with Tamaki, but it is distracting and needless. It feels so out of place and so unnecessary. It's like, why is that in there? It's literally just there to have fan service. It's not integrated at all. So, yeah. But this, like I said, this episode was mostly just action. It was the fight continuing on with some unlikely alliances forged just due to necessity, such as like Sharon protecting Shinra because Shinra's a pillar, and Sharon like has to protect the pillars. It's his job. It's his duty, and they need him alive. So yeah. I can't tell where this is going to end yet, though. Like I had said before, I want Company 8 to get this win. Excuse me. And be able to protect Nataku. But I'm very worried that's not going to happen. I'm very worried we're just going to get another Inca situation. And I really don't want that. I really don't want that. Like, I'm going to be excessively upset if that happens. So, I guess we'll just have to continue to find out. See where it goes from here. For the time being, though, I guess just, yeah, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this episode of Fire Force Season 2? And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.